Hello YouTube and welcome to another Big Finish review, and in this Big Finish review I'm looking at the second story from the Villains trilogy, which is Davros, focusing on Davros obviously. This review was requested by TJ Productions. Please go and check his channel out. He does fantastic Big Finish reviews and he does awesome showcase videos and the occasional DVD review when he's not doing Big Finish. So that's the shout out done. Yay! So now let's look at the cover for Davros. Right, so the cover, on the left hand side we have Colin Baker, on the right hand side we have Davros, Colin Baker in Doctor Who Davros, then we have the dome and the city this story is set in, the TAI sort of building there, and then we have other cast members. Wendy Padbury's in this, not playing the person who would expect to be playing Zoe. But she's not playing Zoe. Full cast audio drama on a double CD. On the side we have a picture of Colin Baker, Davros, number 48. On the other side we have a picture of Davros, 48. And on the back we have what the story is about, so do feel free to pause and have a know what the story is about. And then total runtime for this story is 135 minutes. Oh, 150 minutes. So that's the cover and the back and how it's presented. Now let's look at the booklet and the disc. Okay, so here is the booklet. Sorry about the glare on the cover, just the way the light is. Then we have author's notes, and then we have where the story is set between. And then we have pictures of the cast members there. And then we have end credits, and then we have advertisement for Doctor Who magazine and other audios available from the 6th Doctor collection. Then we have the credits there. Then we have the 40th anniversary logo, because this is in celebration of the 40th anniversary of Doctor Who. So there we have the cast list. So now let's look at the disc. So as you can see for disc 1 and disc 2, the artwork is sort of reddish. Just got a nice sort of pale red, and the disc falling out, which is good because most Big Finish do that occasionally, but they do clip back in. And on the back we have a picture of Colin Baker and Davros there with this nice sort of explosion. So now let's go into my thoughts on this story. Okay, so what do I think of Davros? Davros is a great story for Davros, as you would expect, because the Villains trilogy do focus on the main villain. You may be wondering, are the Daleks in this? No, it is completely just Davros central. The story really does give Terry Malloy something to dig his teeth into, and we do see flashbacks to Davros' past, which I suppose would be explored in I, Davros, I think it's called. Also, it's interesting to see how the Doctor and Davros work, with the Doctor sort of trying to warn people, saying, you know, the usual stuff, saying Davros is evil, don't trust him. And the Doctor's quite rebellious and quite sort of immature, and where Davros is sort of quite being sort of an adult, sort of authoritative figure in this. So let's go on to my conclusion. So my overall thoughts on Davros is, it's a great story for Davros, as you would probably expect. My only major criticism with this story is the length. I think 150 minutes is just too long. The supporting cast is great. Wendy Padbury especially stands out in this, and Bernard Horsfall is great in this. I think this is his last Doctor Who thing he did, I'm not too sure. This story is great for Davros, and Terry Malloy, as I've said, gets a really nice chunk of this story, and we see a whole span of emotions of Davros' character, from, you know, his evil insaneness with his creepy laugh, and we get to see a more sombre and reflective Davros, and we get to see Davros in some unusual circumstances, you know, like talking about food and how he lives. It's all sort of interesting stuff like that. And yeah, Old Sixie himself is fantastic as ever. So I would recommend this story, and it's on Big Finish for a £5, so you can't go wrong, and it is a pretty good story. So I'm going to rate this story 7.5 out of 10. So my next Big Finish review will be of The Fires of Vulcan, a 7th Doctor and Mel audio. and I think this was my first Sylvester McCoy and Mel audio I listened to, and Mel surprisingly good. Mel gets a lot of hate, but I'll go into that in more depth in the review. So join me in that review. Thank you very much for watching this review, and now I suppose it's time to say goodbye. So stay awesome, and yeah, goodbye. So goodbye.